to the next video in my little series on time management. So, you understand the principles of self-leadership, but you're concerned about this kind of big idea of envisaging yourself in the future and thinking, hang on, that sounds big, so I do that once and maybe it takes like a good few hours, maybe a day to do this exercise. But what about like on a daily basis? How do I start to think about what to prioritize and how to do on a daily basis? So in the book, The Productivity Ninja, there is a suggestion about an exercise that you can go through to conceptualize this idea of how we work. So imagine that you are a worker in a cake factory and you have the production line of cakes going past you and they're all iced buns and you have a big hopper full of cherries next to you and your job is to pick up the cherry and put it on the cake. Each one that goes by, cherry on the cake, cherry on the cake. So at that point you're in worker mode. So think about the advantages and the disadvantages of this job. Okay, so there are a lot of advantages to this job. It leaves your mind free to think about other things. You can clock off at the end of your shift and not have to worry about work. It pays the bills. There's lots of advantages. Some of the disadvantages could be perhaps it's a little bit boring at times and repetitive strain injury and possibly overindulgence in cherries. But the point is that for that factory to run smoothly, there is someone somewhere doing the thinking work. So there's somebody planning the shifts, looking for buyers, planning the production, ordering the ingredients for the cakes, etc. Now most of us have a little factory going on inside us, and we have to do both the boss work and the worker work. And they're two different skills. So the argument is to spend dedicated time, in fact, your best time of day, whether you're a morning person or an evening person, but your best time of day for your boss work, for the time when you are thinking, prioritizing, planning. That is the time that you need your brain to do what brains do best, and that is think, learn, make connections. And then your worker time is time when you're actually doing those jobs. It's time that you actually are doing the reading, doing the writing, doing the work that you need to do as a student. So make sure every day, in order to make sure that you keep your self-leadership on track, that you spend time being your own boss and time being your own worker. And keep those two roles separate.